Hello class, this is your 8th grade science notebook. I would like you to have this out right now, along with a pair of scissors, some glue, a Sharpie preferably, or some sort of thick tipped marker or pen, and then a green folder that you should have received at conferences. If you did not, we can send you digital copies of these papers for you to print. The pages are for you to be gluing in your notebook. Do not just glue them all at once. We will go day by day with how they get glued in. So first things first, you're going to start by labeling your science notebook. I've put my name here along with life science. So you're going to do the same thing. You're going to put your name here and life science. Please write neatly. I want to be able to read these, especially once we get back into the school and we're no longer doing digital learning. I would like to be able to read your notebook so that I can grade it properly. You're going to open it up. Inside, I've already glued in the first few pages, but you will need to do that now. So you'll see this says Interactive Science Notebook. When you open up your green folder, that should be the first page here. This page does not fit in the notebook without hanging over the edge. That is a no-no. Do not just glue that. You need to cut around the edges so that it fits nicely and neatly in your notebook. You'll see that there's nothing hanging over, and that's because I don't want to knock it and accidentally loosen the page from the notebook and it gets lost somehow. So we're going to keep this nice and neat. Neatness is also counted towards your grade for your notebook, so be aware of that. This is a great summary of your science notebook. Please read this over with your family. Please sign once you've read it and have your parents sign here. I actually seriously mean this. Do not just fake sign or skip over this. It is actually important. They need to understand your notebook. You have the next 4 pages, which are also in your green folder. They all look the same. They're the table of contents. This is where we will write what notes are going to go in here, so you have a log and you can figure out what page your notes are on. There's the first 2 and the next 2. Again, you'll notice that I cut this neatly. I glued it in so that there's no bit of it hanging off the edge. So I want you to do the same thing, please. Once you have all 4 of those pages glued in, you don't actually need to write anything in there yet. We will eventually fill it up, but not right now. So at the bottom here, you'll see I have the number 1. This is the tedious part, and I'm sorry in advance, but in the long run, it actually is very helpful to have this pre-numbered. You're actually going to do left side, right side, all the way through to the end of the book. You'll notice it's nice and dark, so I can read it. If you use a pencil, make sure you're writing dark enough to be able to read it easily. It's nice and small, it's nice and neat, and it's in the bottom left corner. That's number 1. All the odd numbers will go on the left side. All the right side will be even, so that's number 2. Again, nice and neat, bottom right corner. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and you're going to go all the way through. You'll see it goes all the way through to the last page, which is 195. And notice I did not stop writing neatly. I kept consistent. If you need to take breaks while you're doing this assignment, please do. Just take breaks and make sure you stay neat. If you start to get sloppy and you're drifting up into the middle of the page, stop, pause, put it away, and come back and do it later. I'm very excited about the notebook. I think you're going to really love it. It's a great resource to take to high school with you. Many students have come back to tell me that. So I encourage you to take it seriously and to love it as much as I do, and Mr. Howard, who is going to love it as well.